Hello and welcome. I'm Danette Kubanda, and joining me today for a very special interview is Shelley Bailey. She helps women rewrite their inner narrative, elevate their perspective, and rediscover their essence. Becoming a sommelier at the age of 50 represents her journey from the heartbreaking end of a 30-year marriage to the creation of her new identity. It took her from not feeling good enough to feeling vibrant. And it reminded her that serving others is a lifeline to healing, and that she could help pave the way for women to create a reality that is their most extraordinary life. Thank you so much for being with us today, Shelley.
Thank you for having me, Danette. I'm so excited.
So Shelley, you're going to share with us the keys to revitalize, redesign, and relaunch your life right now with wholeness. Tell me about revitalizing.
So revitalizing is really the first step for women to just get our energy back, to know that we have an opportunity to make some changes. And I think foster fabulousness is one of my most important factors to this, because we get stagnant throughout our life. We just get going with the momentum of of our families, our jobs. We kind of lose sight of who we are. And I think it's really important as women for us to remember that we have greatness deep inside of us. It's always been there and it's ready to come out. I think another important factor to revitalize is what you focus on grows. So we're going to experience obstacles all throughout life. And I think we know those are going to happen. So we have a choice on how we handle those. So if you're focusing on how terrible those obstacles are, you're going to keep getting more obstacles. However, if you can turn those obstacles into opportunities, you will, like I'm getting chills talking about it right now, because you get this energy of hope and you realize I can make a difference in my own life by just how I change my mindset. And so I think that's really important. I think it's really, really special when we realize we can shine anyway, no matter what's going on. Keep our light bright. Don't let others dim it, and just stop letting people take your voice away. You need to keep speaking for yourself and speaking your truth, and it's going to be amazing.
I love that. So what would we do then to redesign our lives?
With redesigning, I think it's the most important part is to believe in your significance. I think you need to start paying attention to what's going on. Where do I need to weed out things in my life that aren't working? Friendships that no longer bring me joy. I've had friends over time. They're worn out. You leave them exhausted, and you want to leave your friends feeling vibrant. And so you need to weed out lots of different things, and it could be relationships or your closet with clothes. It really could be material things you're weeding out. But that clears the air for you to realize, I have something pretty significant I can do here on this earth in this short time. And so I'm going to do that. The other part of redesign is awaken authenticity. And I think this is a huge step where, for me, I really had become a chameleon and acted like everyone wanted me to be. And inside, I was dying. I felt like the caged bird. And I really interestingly started getting tattoos in my 40s. And this angel picture right behind us, I have her on my back. And it's a very beautiful story as to why I have that. But I really put this expression of all these beautiful tattoos because at that point, to me, no one could take them away from me. No one could say they weren't real because I knew they were on my body forever. And I just needed something tangible at that point. And my authenticity was very awakened during that time.
That's beautiful. I love that tangible aspect to it. So
Mm-hmm.
how do we know when we're ready to relaunch, and what does that look like?
Yeah, with relaunching, it's just a very smooth segue from redesigning, because then you relaunch with cultivating your passion again. And so putting your passion into action. And I think a beautiful way to do that is to get out of the negative cycle, or just the blinders are on. We're moving through life, doing everything we're expected to do. And one of the tips that I do is when I'm out driving or even just home, I'll look around all day long for things that please me. And it is so powerful. I mean, whether it's a car on the road or a bird in my tree, it can be just anything. My toothpaste that I'm happy I have, I can brush my teeth. It's really important. And at that point, you're generating all this energy and creativity, and then your passion can really, really explode. And also the butterfly effect is something I believe in. They say when a butterfly flaps its wings, it affects the air many thousands of miles away. And so I think as women, we should flap our wings all the time and we should be triggering a universal shift. And we can do that in so many ways, but I think some important ways are building other women up, and not just women, kids. I mean, I remember when my kids were little, I would write them little notes and I would slip them under their door, little short ones. And each morning when they woke up, the first thing they saw was something positive and inspiring from their mom. And I promise you, those boys had better days because of it. And I had a better day because my boys were in a good mind space when they came upstairs. So I think just simple things like that you can do to really change the trajectory of someone else's day. And it makes you feel good when you're doing good things for others too.
I love that. It's such beautiful, simple things that you can do right now to make a big effect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. To learn more about Shelley and all of her projects, please visit her website at shelleybailey.com. Thank you so much for being here, Shelley.
Thanks, Danette.